Chosen one. They thought they could break you, thought they could tear you down and leave you in pieces. They schemed, manipulated, and plotted, believing that if they could destroy you, they would somehow rise above. They didn't understand that in their attempt to bring you down, they were only digging their own graves. Every action they took, every word they spoke, was like a chain they wrapped around themselves, binding them to a fate they could never escape. They thought they were taking from you, but in reality, they were giving you everything you needed to rise stronger. And now, as you stand unbroken, they are left with nothing but the wreckage of their own making. They set out to destroy your spirit, your confidence, your peace, but they couldn't have been more wrong. They underestimated your strength, your resilience, your ability to turn their attacks into fuel for your growth. Each move they made only pushed you closer to your true power. They thought they could take from you, but in the end, they only stripped themselves of everything they once held dear. They've lost their peace, their integrity, their sense of self, all in the name of trying to bring you down. And now, as they look at the ruins of their own actions, they realize too late that their efforts to destroy you were the very thing that caused their downfall. While they plotted, you quietly built. While they sought to break you, you quietly grew stronger. Every attempt they made to make you question your worth only solidified your belief in yourself. Every time they tried to drag you into their chaos, you rose above it, becoming a force that could not be contained. They thought they could tear you apart, but what they didn't realize was that you were never meant to break. You were always meant to be unshakable. And as you stand now, triumphant in your strength, they are left to face the consequences of their own choices. They lost their peace in trying to steal yours. They sacrificed their integrity in trying to destroy your character. They gave up everything they had to try and tear you down, but in the end, they only destroyed themselves. They are trapped in the mess they created, with no way out, no way to fix the damage they've done. Not just to you, but to themselves. Their lies have caught up with them. Their manipulation has destroyed their own sense of self-worth. And now, as you stand tall and unshaken, they are left to pick up the pieces of their broken world. They thought they could destroy you, but the truth is, they never had that power. All they did was reveal their own weaknesses, their own insecurities, their own lack of character. They thought they could defeat you, but instead, they've defeated themselves. Every attack they launched, every whisper of doubt they tried to plant in your mind, every betrayal they orchestrated, has all come back to haunt them. They've lost everything, everything they once held dear, in their futile attempt to destroy you. And now, as you continue to rise, they will watch from the sidelines, unable to touch you, unable to reach you. They will see you walking forward with the confidence they tried to take, with the peace they tried to steal, and with the strength they thought they could break. And all they will have left is the bitter taste of their own failure. They've lost everything, and the only thing left for them is the haunting realization that they wasted their time, their energy, and their souls trying to destroy someone who was always meant to rise above them. You are unbreakable. You are unstoppable. And they, in their attempts to destroy you, have become nothing more than shadows in your rear view, reminders of the lengths they went to in order to bring you down. And as they are left in the dust of their own making, you continue to rise, leaving them with nothing but the weight of their own regret. They thought they were clever, thought they were playing some grand game, believing they could outsmart you, bring you to your knees, and take everything that was yours. They didn't understand the depth of your strength, the power that resided within you. They believed that by trying to destroy you, they could somehow elevate themselves, or at the very least, see you fall. But in doing so, they have sealed their own fate. What they don't realize is that everything they took from you, every little thing they tried to destroy, has come back to haunt them in ways they never saw coming. They tried to break you emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. They thought that by planting seeds of doubt in your mind, by tearing down your confidence and happiness, they could make you crumble under the weight of their cruelty. But what they didn't know was that you were never as fragile as they imagined. You were never someone to be broken by the words or actions of others. They thought you would fold under the pressure, thought that you would give up when the storm grew fierce. But instead, you grew stronger. You became more resilient. Every attack they threw at you only served to build you into something they could never comprehend. They didn't realize that every piece of their destructive plan was only sharpening your mind, hardening your heart, and preparing you for the ultimate victory. While they sought to create chaos in your life, you quietly found your center, your peace, your purpose. They were so focused on trying to break you down that they never saw you rising above them. They never saw the quiet power building within you, the strength you were quietly gathering as they pushed you further and further. And now, as they look at the aftermath of their efforts, they see the truth that they couldn't comprehend before. They've lost everything. Their scheming, their deceit, their underhanded tactics have all led them to this place of emptiness. They thought that by destroying you, they would find fulfillment or success, but all they've done is destroy themselves. Every ounce of energy they poured into trying to tear you apart has left them hollow, a shell of who they once were. They are now living in the consequences of their own actions. They thought they could take from you, but instead, they took from themselves that they've lost their peace. They've lost their integrity. They've lost the respect they once had. And they will continue to lose because every time they see you rise, every time they watch you claim what is rightfully yours, it's a reminder of their failure. The more you succeed, the more they crumble under the weight of their own envy. They will never find what they're looking for because they can't see beyond their jealousy. They can't see that the very thing they wanted to destroy was never meant to be destroyed. You were always meant to rise. That they try to patch together the wreckage of their lives. They will see your triumphs echoing in the distance. They will see you moving forward with a strength they could never take from you. And in that moment, they'll realize that their attempts to tear you down have only made you more formidable. They've fueled your fire, sharpened your focus, and cemented your place at the top. They thought they could break you, but instead, they've given you the strength to break through every barrier they tried to put in your way that they've lost their way, and they know it. While you've grown, healed, and transformed, they are left with the debris of their own bitterness and insecurity. Every failed attempt to sabotage you has been a waste of their time, energy, and soul. They thought they could defeat you, but they didn't realize they were only defeating themselves. The more they tried to bring you down, the more they sunk into the depths of their own misery. And now, they're left alone in the ruins of their own making, watching as you continue to climb higher and higher. Their jealousy has consumed them. Their bitterness has poisoned their soul. And while you stand firm, unshaken by their negativity, they are left to battle with their own demons. They will continue to try to tear you down, but each attempt will only make their situation worse. They've lost everything they thought they could gain by destroying you. They thought they could take your peace, your happiness, your success, but instead, they've taken their own. And what they don't realize is that their attempts to destroy you were never about you. It was always about them. It was about their own insecurities, their own fears, and their own inability to handle the success they saw in you. They thought they could control the narrative, but they've only written the story of their own defeat. The more they try to tear you down, the more they expose the cracks in their own foundation. They will never be able to fix what's broken in them because they are too focused on trying to break what's unbreakable that as you continue to rise, as you continue to claim your victories, they will be left in the dust, forever haunted by their own mistakes. They'll watch from afar, wondering how they could have ever thought they had the power to destroy you. They'll watch as you step into the greatness they tried so hard to keep from you. And with each passing day, they will see just how much they've lost and how much you've gained. You are unbreakable, unshakable, and unstoppable. And they are nothing more than a memory of what they could have been if only they hadn't tried to destroy you.